Hello everybody, welcome back to 2B2T. We're here with 606 people online. This is Fusion's Adventures. We are 214,000 blocks out plus 79,000 to the west. We have found a little village where someone has set up some goods. And the poor zombie has met with a bad end. I should be careful around here. There might be a creeper spawning. So this is a little base setup. Let's see what the sign says. Hello, compensation for the dirt. I took some items. Oh my goodness. I did not set this up. I've not cheated. I just got here in the last episode. I went right in there and then transferred. Okay, listen. I thought that was a creeper. Oh my goodness. We have come 214,000 blocks. And we have found our first elytra. This is a celebration. Someone came here, found this, and then left an elytra because they took dirt. I need it to be daytime so that I don't accidentally blow stuff up. Let's I don't think there's anything else here, but we'll do a quick look around. Yeah, there's no other chests, no other things. The person obviously breeded up some pigs, carrots, wheat. They were taking advantage of it. And then they grew a bunch of sugar cane and carrots over here too, you can see. Creeper's been there. Not seeing anything else around. We've found our first elytra. Oh my goodness. This is a cause for celebration. I'm just taking a quick screenshot. Let me see here. While we're waiting for the rain, I'm going to go share this to my teammates. I just gotta. They didn't leave a name, so I don't know who. I can't strike this village and run into the ground. Oh, they left a little dog. Oh, they've got their little doggy over here. They left. Maybe he'll have a name on him, but I gotta wait till it's daytime again. Let me. I'm gonna pause here, and we'll be back when the sun is shining. Just 1 second. All right, we're back. Still raining, but it's daytime. Let's get rid of our visitor here. There we go. Let's make sure there's no creepers right here to blow me up while I put down signs and stuff. Looks like he's got himself a villager here too with sharpness 5. Written book and silk touch. How much is the sharpness 5? 29? I don't think there's any ones around here. There is not. Alright, well. The first thing that we're going to do is we've got to put some stuff away. We've got some work to do. I'm a little nervous about... this is temporary. We'll take this down, but I just don't want a creeper ruining my day here while we do some stuff. All right, because we gotta build up the right type of thing, right? We're going to put a little plaque over here. Because this is a momentous event. Okay. We're going to use some of these supplies. To do some stuff. Alright, there we go. Alright, then we're going to do this, this. And write my story. No creepers, no creepers. I'm nervous because there was one over there in the well, so you know. I don't know, what was I out? Like 30K out? I'm guessing this isn't exactly. Okay. I have birch. But let's check if there's any sticks. 1, 2. Alright. No crap. Oh no, there's a crafting table. Okay. Dut, dut. Eat. There we go. Writing my story out here. This is a momentous occasion. Let's change this. Farms, art, and banners. Recorded it all. Fusion09a on YT. Comment if you come here. Fusion09a 070525. All right. Now that we've got our little memorial there set up, we need to do some stuff here. The first thing I need to do is you grab those diamonds. We'll put you in there. Second thing I need to do is take out these books because I don't need to be carrying around the books. We're going to put the horn in here though. Take that out. We're going to put the other banner in here. In fact, we should be able to do that. Perfect. We do have more codex books. We'll take them out. Let's leave that and that here. We'll leave these here. There's nothing else in here except for the bottle of enchanting. I'm going to take those 3. And we're going to take these 3 items. We'll leave a book instead. Yep. There we are. Anything in the furnaces? Nope. Okay, we'll leave the snow here. That is awesome. Now, this is a fortune pick. This one is a fortune pick. I will leave... I don't know if we can name this. It might be too expensive, but let's find out. 16 levels. We could probably do it if we stayed a while and did some mining and stuff. So I'm just gonna leave it here as a trade item. We can take the looting. The issue is this guy has Silk Touch for 5. I need 5 emeralds because otherwise I can't pick up the whatchamacallits. Are there any other villagers in this village? Is there a farmer to trade with? You're not a farmer, you're a zombie, but we'll get you for your XP. I do not see any other villagers, which is not good. I mean, I have 15 of them, so... But I would love to get that Silk Touch book. Any villagers over here hiding out? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Well, that means we don't have a Silk Touch pick yet, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and clean this up. Clean up the hole. Where's my horse? There you are. Not leaving my saddle behind. No. It's not what I wanted. Yes, it is, because I have to do that. Okay. All right. Then... obviously, we're still going to be doing a lot of land travel. I mean, that's a given, right? I think that's good. I only got 3 of these, but I can do that. And then I would need, excuse me, kitty, I can't see. I would need one of the bones. Turn you into bone meal. Turn you into that. There we go. All right. First elytra. Oh my goodness. To travel out this far, 214,000 north, 79,000 west, and find a random elytra that someone, whoever found that base before me, put it in the chest. And now I have found it. Obviously, that doesn't mean that I can just fly with an elytra forever now, because I don't have unlimited rockets. I don't have access to other rockets. I don't have a way to repair readily, you know, so I am limited with what I can do with this elytra. So I'm going to be traveling on foot a lot still, obviously. But I do have this now, which means that I'll just use a few more, but we want to stay out of the brand new chunks. We've got brand new chunks all around us. But obviously this will let me, when I need to, I can zip up and fly. In the meanwhile, I think we can use a couple rockets. We'll go down to 40, but then we won't use any more. Let's see how high we can get. Alright. So we can kind of just maintain flight here. Now the only problem with this though is that, like, I can't see necessarily if I'm going over a base. We could just make some distance, which is okay. I think we're gonna travel out this path. Let's see if we can maintain just a slight decline. There we go. Should have there's probably a, it's probably not a base. Never gonna know. I'm too high. I can't see anything. Make some distance though for a little bit here, and then we'll have to go back to ground travel because I don't, we only have so many rockets, so. And you can see we're not able to see anything this high up, and we don't even get to see the chests or anything else this high up. So obviously, this is not a viable search for us. If we were just following a path, that would be one thing, but we're not. We're purposely trying to fly in a direction here. There we go. In the old areas, it lights up and explores everything so we can see it on the map. But this is cool. I think this is This is definitely really good because I was just recording a couple extra episodes just to kind of push the recordings to a little bit past when I'm already back. So by this time that you're watching this, I'm already back from my trip, and I'll be able to come in here and continue my journey. So by the time this records, I'll be slightly ahead, maybe, because I would like to continue the journey. I think it's good. I might not have an everyday video of it. I'm not sure yet because I mean, obviously I'll have my main base. Hopefully it's still there. If it's not, then I've got a new base to build, right? um, but I definitely like to keep going. It's just really cool that I happen, the day before I'm gonna fly. Well, actually 2 days because I fly on the 7th. Um, well, one day before technically. I'm recording because I decided, well, let's record a few more episodes, see if we find something. And I meet the ultimate goal of what I wanted to find. I mean, the ultimate goal would be to find a giant stash, right? Obviously. But I meet the primary second goal, which is to find an elytra. And yeah, if you're watching this and you've never been on 2B2T, you don't have to go out this far to find elytras. You can find elytras just laying around spawn, especially if you have mods and you turn on like entities so that you can see entities and items laying on the ground. People throw out elytras all the time. People are killed all the time. And so elytras are there at their dead body. And for the most part, nobody picks them up. They may be elytras that have nothing left on them from durability, and so you have to repair them, or they may be perfectly fine, but the PvPers and stuff, they don't pick up all the elytras. Very rare. They might sort through some of the gear, and if there's something unique, they'll grab it, but they've already got shulks and shulks and shulks of elytras. They don't need them. And so it's fairly easy to find an elytra. We kind of had bad luck in that we didn't find anything when we passed through spawn. And there's nothing wrong with that. We didn't stick around spawn. We were beelining it out. We could have wandered around spawn probably for a little bit of time and found an elytra fine and found rockets and gear and everything else too. Someone either would have stopped and given it to us, maybe killed us, but we probably would have found some laying on the ground somewhere. Easy enough. So, if you come on to 2B2T, you don't have to come out 300,000 blocks approximately, because that's really how far I'm out when you combine the Y and the Z, to find an elytra. You can find them sooner than that. We just happened to have to travel that far before we found our first series. Not that we didn't find stuff. We even found probably a fairly recent active base, That's not a base. That's just the new chunk spawn and a trial chamber. And that's where we got our gear sitting on the armor stand. We just didn't find, the only shulk we found was filled with X-rated art, which I took the shulk, right? And yes, it still has the art in it. I don't need the art. I don't need 64 copies of X-rated art, so we'll get rid of it at some point. But I just wanted the shulk because I could put stuff in it if I found stuff that was worth. I should put this stuff in it, type of thing. And then of course I started using some of the bundles, which they're handy. I think bundles are going to have a very specific use. But anyways, back to what I was saying. This was definitely a great journey. I've really enjoyed it. Just checking durability on my elytra. You can go a long ways, but we're almost down to ground level. We'll start traveling on foot again here shortly, but because we still have time in this episode. But I'm just taking a moment to chitter chat as we follow this trail out further. But this was definitely a really nice journey to do, and I recommend it. Even if you're already on the server or you're new to the server, just pop on and start going out a direction. See what you find. It's just so cool. of what you can find that's out there. Um, so that's what I suggest. This trail here is kind of wandering a little bit. Should be seeing ground any minute. I'm a little afraid that I'm going to hit a tree or something. There it is. Okay, yep. So they're barely spawning in. Coming in for a landing. Whee! All right. Let's switch back over. Cool. Our first Elytra flight on this account. Now we're following a fairly narrow trail that's a 1.12. It's been followed in 1.19. You can see the map, excuse me, the map variations. Narrow, surrounded by new chunks. That's why we're picking up all of the trial chambers. But we can now kind of travel and see what we can discover out here. See if we can find another base. We'll probably encounter a lot of different forks in this trail and different ways you can go and stuff. So we'll go out and see what we can discover. Find the next base. Maybe an actual stash, which would be the ultimate goal, is to find a stash. Doesn't matter its size. It could be any size. Hey guys, I needed one of you in my last village to trade with and get emeralds. So I could have a silk touch and pick up the ender chests. But it wasn't to be. This must be their ancestors' village over here. That they've forgotten about, and they don't remember how they came to be. And they're just living their peaceful lives in their little farm fishing village back there. Ruins of ancient technologies. I'm actually amazed. I figured I was gonna get to this episode, which is, I think, the last one that I'm recording before I leave. I don't know. I could do a couple more after this. I've got time. It's just a matter of do I want to, right? It's just amazing that luck and I find an elytra. I did not expect to find an elytra in that village. Just sitting in that chest that whoever visited left, and they left a sign saying that they left a gift and took some dirt, but they didn't say who they were. So thank you very much, whoever you were. Oh, I didn't go check the dog. I could have checked the dog to see who the owner was, but that would probably be the original owner and not the person that flew by and left the elytra. Yeah, probably. Just goes to show, though, you can be out in the middle of absolutely nowhere and come across cool things and gear. Stuff to survive. Uh-oh. Time for bed. Literally. These trails aren't very well defined, so they're very old. The chunk trail, I'm saying. You can see how it's all broken up, and then there's new train generation behind it and stuff. It's almost as if whoever was traveling turned their render way down to like 2 chunks, and then they were just flying along at high speed, so that the server and them didn't have time to load up the chunk data to trying to hide their trail type of thing, you know. Then someone else came along in 1.19, expanded the trail a little bit because they were following, and looks like people went off in different directions, as you can see, but Tempting. Do I go that way and follow the 1.19, or do I continue this way and follow the old trail, right? We're gonna keep following the old one here. Not because I'm gonna get to the end of it and there's gonna be a big base, just because we're gonna keep going out in this direction. Next goal would be 300,000 mark, so we're a quarter of the way there already. Probably not going to find anything before the end of this episode, but last episode was the find one, and then of course we highlighted the find at the beginning of this one, so we're good. I feel accomplished. Now we have a mountain that we can't get up. Well, technically we could. We could use the elytra. So tempting to just use the elytra to get up and over the mountain, but nah, we're okay. We'll save it for when I need it to escape something like a wither, or for some other purpose. Since we have limited rockets and limited durability and only 3 little things to repair it with, unless we start chopping away at mobs, which we could do. Definitely could do that. Let me see. I'm going to follow this direction here to the northwest. We'll start going out this way. Looks like there's a bigger trail over here anyways. Newer, but you can follow this newer 1.19 trail. Maybe somebody's left something somewhere. Every time a trial dungeon starts showing up, it's like, oh, something new. Because it highlights the barrels. It's like, oh, there's barrels. Now it's like, oh yeah, it's just a trial chamber. Whereas in the past it would be, it's either a fisherman's hut, which are fairly rare in a village, or someone's using barrels. It was almost a surety of, oh, someone's here, we found a base. Now, oh, dime a dozen, show up all the time. If you're in new chunks, or near new chunks. Now, if you're in old chunks, then yeah. It's probably player-made barrel. Few more minutes on this episode. Made some really good distance from the flying. That was kind of nice. We didn't bring our boat with us. Well, how come we did that? Shame on us, right? Need a new boat now. There we go. All right, well, we'll continue traveling out this direction. Got a little village here. This looks like a good stopping point for this episode. Well, I'll go ahead and say it because there is a chance that this will be the last episode I record before I leave. Might not be. So there might be some more after this. But very highly likely that this is the last one before I leave. On my trip to the US, I will be traveling for a number of days in the US and won't be back until August, so I won't be on 2B2T until then. So, yep, either someone will be here and have found me when I come back, or I'll be able to travel on. But anyways, this has been great. We will see you in the next episode, because I'm pretty sure there'll be more. We'll see you then. Take care, everybody.